Welcome to Papa Duke's Bedtime Stories. Thank you for joining me tonight. I am Duke Pierce Reed, and I am the author and narrator of this story. Before we begin, tell me in the comments where you are joining me from tonight. Your presence inspires my imagination. There are always new stories to write. If this story captivates you, like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Every interaction keeps the creative fires burning in me, and I thank you in advance. Now, let this tale unfold. Episode 10, Bedlam, a Wychwood Ghost Story. 1895, Gloucester. No lights showed at Oddington House. Its countless windows were blind eyes turned to the sinking moon. Like a silent witness to decay, rampant ivy consumed the chalk-white stonework, and one of its great columns had split and fallen like a broken bone. Emily sighed as the ruin came into view. The mansion still belonged to the Shipton estates, to her, as did the surrounding fields, now leased. Their destination lay in the field at the base of the hill, in full view of the crumbling old house. A monolithic standing stone, eerie white with frost and moonlight jutting from the black, fresh earth. Once it had capped a stone kist that held bones and treasures for the afterlife, those precious beads among them. But the barrow that sheltered it had long ago been leveled by her ancestors. Tink traced the ancient spirals and strange symbols. The lichen clinging to the stone shimmered under his palm, as if it welcomed him. On her knees, she dug deeper, determined to bury the beads in oblivion at the stone's base. "Hand me the beads," she said. The etchings on the monolith glowed orange, as if a forge burned within the stone, and a halo of light surrounded Tink. Something stirred underfoot. "Hurry," he said. Tink emptied a burlap pouch into her raised hand as plasmatic streaks leapt from his fingertips. She tipped the bag, and the first trinket struck the earth as lightly as a feather. Then silence. The soil erupted. A pale, root-streaked hand shot up, flinging Emily backward. The wraith reached for the bag, impatient, furious, the stench of decay upon its breath. The wind roared. A whirl of sound and fury, spiraling down from the clouds. Wickens and Wakefield, their faces warped like reflections in deep water, writhed within that whirlwind of menace, pushing at Emily even as the wraith pulled at her arms. She was slipping, falling into the void below. Tink pulled her back. The translucent specters roared. The demon hissed. Emily released her grip on the beads and tumbled backward into the dirt with Tink. The wraith recoiled into the hole, and with a last spiral of wind, the ghosts of Wickens and Wakefield followed into eternal corruption. A 2-for-1 trade. The wraith was satisfied, and Tink was free of her immortal pact. All went quiet. They pushed the disturbed soil back into the hole, saying nothing to one another. Tink found a field stone in the hedge and placed it firmly on the spot, leaning it against the monolith. "Never touch that rock," he said. Emily nodded. Epilogue. They say she lived out her days at Oddington House. The old woman they called Mother Oddington, who spoke softly to her hens, and softer still to the dead. A caretaker helped her about the house, but most of the vast old mansion was used for storage by local folk, anyone who asked. She never turned down a request for help, or a few fresh eggs, and every harvest moon, when the furrows gleamed like black glass, 2 figures were seen walking the fields. One tall, one stooped. Lantern in hand, she and Mr. Tink went out there to meet them. 3 phantoms to send them back before sunrise. And sometimes when the fog hangs low over Wychwood and the earth hums like a living thing, folks say you can hear a voice calling Tink home. The end. I hope this episode of Bedlam, a Wychwood ghost story, has enthralled you, dear listener, and brings you back for the next. Were you surprised by the plot twists? Or did you expect something altogether different? Share your thoughts below. The comments are always helpful, and I really do enjoy reading them. If this Wychwood ghost story captivates you, please like and subscribe to Papa Duke's Bedtime Stories for more, written and narrated by me, Duke Pierce Reed. You can purchase digital copies of most of my books online from Apple Books, Amazon Kindle, Barnes & Noble, Nook, Kobo Rakuten, and dozens of fine online shops worldwide. Thank you for joining me tonight.